Hello, 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 beautiful people, beautiful world, beautiful country, beautiful planet, world, kind of same thing. I'm just getting up the movie name so I don't actually butcher it and my rating that I gave it when I first viewed it. But I'm gonna just say this at the front. I talk about spoilers. I don't really give a fuck about doing spoiler-free reviews because I find them boring and beating around the bush. And that's not what I'm about. But I watched. It's in the title, so you guys probably already know. And this is just killing time for killing time's sake. But No Man's Land. Um, Going to this movie, I knew nothing about it, didn't watch any trailers. My friend was like, "Do you want to see this movie the other day?" Um, like, sure, fuck it, why not? I love going to the movies. It's a not a big blockbuster film, kind of like an independent, random film that you chuck on and watch. And I love going to cinema since lockdown is over, so I take any opportunity I can to go to the movies. The movie is about a lady who is a nomad. She travels across America. I think one state in particular she tends to travel around. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. But she drives around, does random different jobs to make ends meet. The reason she's leaving is due to emotional trauma. She's trying to escape her reality, and it follows her journey of balancing between being homeless, a nomad, and trying to find a random fill-in job for the time of year and being alone and the family dynamics and relationship issues that she, I guess, comes to face throughout her life. Just let me see. No Land. Just make sure I can get the actor's name. Internet is being terribly slow, so fuck it. Yeah. The movie overall for me, it started off, it's very fucking slow. 1 hour of this movie feels like fucking 2, 3 hours. It just drags and drags and drags. They do a lot of focusing on someone walking, sleeping in a bed, looking off into the distance, playing some music while they drive, and just scenes are very long in duration and drawn out and slow. It's a very slow paced movie, and I didn't feel like I was in the world or a part of it. It's just following her life of a 1 year cycle. So the time frame of the movie is from New Year's Day to the next New Year's is kind of where it ends. So it begins with her celebrating New Year's alone and ends with her celebrating New Year's alone. And it shows that she meets different groups of people, never feels at home, never feels at peace, never feels at peace with herself, never feels at peace with other people. So there's tension and distrust in other people. Doesn't feel connected and has different views and feels disassociated from society and from her family members. Different viewpoints, different lifestyles, different beliefs, different states of her life. My friend left the movie enjoying it a lot more than me, and they said they felt like it was a sad movie due to her emotional difficulties and the other characters' emotional difficulties. So she lost her partner to, I think, cancer, and washed him down in the bed. And she has regrets that she didn't inject him with more morphine to help him pass away peacefully. Instead, she looked after him and watched him wither away in pain. That scene in particular, where she describes it, I felt something. But other than that, this movie was very bland. It was blank and very nothing. Just a lot of nothingness. I didn't feel much for it either way. The characters that I did like was the love interest that she had, the other older man. They kind of dynamic together, bounced off each other very well. And I'm not going to call it a cult, it was kind of like a cult group, support group for all nomads. That kind of, those scenes and that dynamic was quite wholesome in a sense because they felt a close relationship with each other and they were all people who experienced trauma in their life, and they all found a common ground or a common belief or a support network for each other. Something that they all believed in, something that they could be vulnerable and then experience some healing for themselves. So I found that really quite interesting. But the characters themselves I didn't fall in love with, besides the other love interest she had. Her jobs, the random jobs, the scenes were quite a bit boring. The Amazon scenes were just her packing boxes over and over and talking to her friends about really nothing of importance. Her on the golf course or the caravan park, I think it was, sorry. Again, nothing of importance happened. Her at the burger shop or cookhouse, whatever it was. Nothing of importance occurred besides finding out that the love interest had a son and a family. Yeah, I viewed this movie as an individual who wants to punish themselves and escape their own reality. They don't feel like they are worthy of living under a roof, under a ceiling. They don't want to be given handy as they want to live with their sister for free. They want to live in a shit environment. They want to put themselves through suffering. It's not someone who wants to be free and escape and be alive with nature, and who wants to be free. I've more so viewed her as someone who wants to punish herself, which is quite sad, I guess, in a sense. And I expected it to be a journey of someone who wants to be free, someone who is more in touch with the spiritual side of things. But instead, you get this sub-story of a lady who lost her husband and she wants to escape reality. She wants to work to distract herself from her reality. She doesn't want to travel the world to see its beauty, or to be free. She wants to do it to not be around her friends and not to be around her family and not be around people because she feels like she should be alone. Or she deserves some sense of sadness. But yeah, that's kind of enough about the story itself and what I thought. Visually, it was fucking amazing. It was a beautiful movie. The score of the movie was amazing, spectacular. The acting itself, I did not really enjoy. The story, did not enjoy the script. It's not very good. So overall, I'm giving this movie a 6.5 out of 10. It was enjoyable. It was better than average in terms of it being a little bit different. I haven't seen a movie like this before that explores these kind of themes in this way. But I wouldn't watch it again. I wouldn't recommend anybody watch it. Now that I give it, I'm probably going to give it a 6 out of 10, sorry. It's just a little bit above average. Yeah, it's not too much else to say about the movie without just rambling on about random bullshit. So I'm just going to leave it there. 6 out of 10. I don't recommend you watch this movie. Go watch something else instead that's in cinemas. It's not a story that you will remember or that it is a conversational point with other people. It's more about a lady who is just sad with her life and wants to punish herself. That's my perception of it anyway. So if you guys have any other thoughts about the movie itself, if you have seen it, if you have any questions, any queries, comments, please leave a comment below. Like and subscribe to this video if you enjoyed it, and for more content, even if you didn't enjoy, check out subscribe because everything matters and helps the channel out. Peace out. Bye guys. Catch you in the next video.